All right, that should be it. We should be able to start a stream. Today, we're going to be on Blender and doing a fight scene. So I already have everything set up here. Let's quickly take a look. I didn't model any of these things, really. I'm just here for the animation. So we're starting off with this office scene, and here's character 1 and character 2. Here's what it looks like rendered. Now, I don't really think about any setup or anything, so we're just kind of jump right into it. Okay. Ooh, maybe I should have made a storyboard. Yeah. It's actually been a while since I've last animated, so we're kind of also going to be kind of brushing off our skills here. Right. Holy. Who knows, maybe I should have made a storyboard. It's okay. Just do one character at a time. There we go. I hit for every keyframe. I mean, I guess I should assume people are familiar with what I'm doing here, but for those who are interested, could explain you. Please. Okay. Okay. Some would say the hardest part is starting. Let's edit the pose a little. Oh, I delete their face. Yeah, I guess you should give credit. This is an office room that I found off of Sketchfab, but these models here, I modified them based off of something called the Sky Rig. The character's name is Sky. I'm sure you can find it already in rigged for just like that. Perfectly ready to go. Perfectly ready to go. All that. Okay. Here, let's not get distracted and kind of hide the whole thing. Just do one character at a time. Guess we can start with a jab. Okay. Let's do a bit of, let's do a little bit of anticipation before we get into it. Let's do a few small changes. Uh, shifting their weight onto the side a little. Something like that, I'm thinking. Keep the head straight. And good. So I'll make sure everything's moving, even if it's just a little. Let's say it's pretty important. Because, oh, yeah, getting good. I'm just kind of like checking off the boxes. First, the elbows move with the torso, not torso, the pelvis, that direction. So we're going to do that. This doesn't really matter. Where are they facing? They even looking forward? There they are. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Maybe something like that. Look good. Okay. First pose. Okay. Should I do? Yeah, screw it. Let's just get into the punch. Why not? Maybe lean forward a bit. Wait. Should have a bit of a foot peel. Ooh, a rotate might be nice. It's looking all good. 2, 3. Not worry about the timing so far. Yes, I have been so afraid. Yes, I have been so distant. What I'm feeling at the moment. Okay. Ooh, right. Gotta make sure it's all constant. Yeah, that does not look right. That does not look right. Not at all. Not at all. There's the hands. So I'm probably, for a type of stream like this, it's pretty calm, chill. Normally, I maybe should have had a topic prepared. But what would I talk about? Just life. I guess I'll say that today. To do some new things. That being prepared salad ingredients. I guess that's one thing I should say. That I think people really don't like salad, don't they? Their favorite thing. Something about their gut microbiome just doesn't agree with salad. But to me, salad, it's actually incredible. You don't even need to have it be all like greens, veggies. Like, throw in some beef in there. Of course, that'd make it like exponentially more expensive, but like if you have it, if you use like slices of beef are really good. You have like a leftover steak, it's another good option. It's just something that my mom kind of got me on at a very young age. Salad, yeah, that's one way to put it. You gotta get on the salad thing. Not what you said, but I mentioned the gut microbiome because I think eventually, if you were just trapped in like a white room and all you had to eat was vegetables, fruits, whatever, eventually you would have to like salad, right? Like it's something like, I don't know, chips, cake, something with a very strong sort of flavor to it. If you're in that room for like maybe 3 months, you might like fall out of the habit. The chocolate might be too sweet for you to go down to dark chocolate or something. But on the upside, it makes the vegetables taste absolutely splendid. So if you were to guess, yeah, I had a salad for lunch. What was in it? Chickpeas, tomatoes, pieces of steak, what else? Corn, and like three different mixed greens. So those pre-made mixed greens you find at the store. That's one. Kale. That's okay. Only had a little bit. And then lastly, it was the romaine lettuce. Yeah, romaine lettuce. And okay, I actually had like a teacher once, who taught us all about the gut microbiome and all that. That being like the bacteria in your stomach that you taste with your mouth, but you get appetites from your gut. Those friendly bacteria who occupy your stomach, and And the thing is, they only crave for the things that you feed it. So, liking salad, it just might be a habit thing. You know? Enjoy the enjoy the meal long enough, and eventually might have a new tolerable meal. Sorry for my carnivores, I suppose. Oh yeah, okay. And the thing about that professor is they didn't know like whether it was the sweet dressing or I guess ranch that people were getting an appetite for, or if it was actually the vegetables. But that's a good point because, with a salad without the ranch or the dressing is pretty bad, but pretty dry and bad. I think part of it is the vegetables, like just eat like say a cucumber. Yeah, yeah. A cucumber by itself, maybe a carrot. Carrot's okay. But those types of vegetables, they're still good by themselves. You don't necessarily actually probably shouldn't drop the hand. You probably yeah. You don't necessarily need to have any add-ons just to enjoy a vegetable. Let's make this more pronounced, I think. That arc going. Let's see, in motion. Um, feels kind of weak, doesn't it? Let's do something about it. Be up here. I think the stance isn't wide enough. Yeah, I can't really justify going that much on the tippy toes, I think. Lower down a little. Um, we need to like charge up a little more, maybe. Really spring into the action. Oh, I don't have any rotation here, obviously. Be pretty far rotated. I get that power somewhere. Or chest, not necessarily your arm. Part of your body. Because it's moving back, you want to move your arm back. No, it's just following the torso, really. Just put it back up. A week. Here. Perfect. Maybe we can make it like a little. Hmm, That's right. Always look where you're punching. Something about animation. Sorry. Something about animation is kind of taxing. I don't necessarily find it easy to talk. Yeah, it's kind of the thing I do a lot. That's to do a lot of hobbies that kind of just need to focus on. If you play Osu, it's hard to commentate there because it's a rhythm game, you're trying to get as best as possible. One miss means you fail your full combo. And so really you just kind of have to be silent unless you pause the game or just say like a sentence during the break time of the song. So I was wondering, should I play Osu on a stream? But then it'd be a lot of silence, to be fair. I don't find very engaging. Now, I'm doing this for myself, obviously, but I think to make it better, other people should enjoy it. Be able to enjoy the stream as well, not just me. 'Cause if you're like sitting in complete silence while streaming, like I doubt you're getting much out of that. I don't know. We all have our streaming. People have their streaming inspirations, and I'm not sure I'm super inspired by anyone who just sits in silence and does whatever, just goes about their day. How's that? Okay, that's a bit better. I think it'll have to do. Can't be super perfectionist about it. You can always change the timing. I'm not really. I'm doing uniform timing every 3 frames here. Continuing on. Next frame. Well, like a second jab, maybe. A second jab could work. Um, yeah, I'm thinking it's a good idea to string along a couple of attacks before the other character gets to really do anything. It's just a good pacing thing, really. Like nothing happens if it's just like I get one punch in, and they get punched, or they have to block immediately after. You know, maybe that's more realistic or whatever. You can't always get like an 8-hit combo in, but we're animating. You know, we don't have to care about that. It's for the visual splendor sometimes. Yeah, screw it. Let's go for a kick. Like their legs already up, so let's just move it up. Not necessarily kicking with this leg, but maybe they're trying to plant themselves here and then go for a kick here. That's what I'm thinking. That is what I am thinking. But before we plant our feet, we probably need to have a transition frame, transition pose, let's say. Lean even more on the foot. Maybe, eh, maybe not. Don't necessarily need to rotate there. Had to do something there. Sorry. We're not sorry. I'm just here. Okay, yeah, we really need to turn the pelvis quite a bit here. Kind of retract the arm. Here we go. How's that look? Bit too much, I'd say. Turn back. Hey yo, hey yo, ha. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, ha. Hey yo, hey yo. Nothing too much for this other arm. Not really seen any action yet. Oh, don't move that. We already retracted this part, right? No, we did not. Okay, that's right. That's right. Okay, we do need to lower down a little bit. Actually, let's go to bones here. So I do want to find my motion paths, so we can now see where it is on every little frame. So a little down, a little up, a little down again. I think that looks good. Probably good. Probably. Yeah, yeah, looks good. Or maybe I do want a front kick. It's like a regular kick. That could be good. Um, decisions. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm also now realizing we are missing a frame. Let's go back to this one. Just a frame where not much happens because we just want to sell the punch a bit better. Actually, it doesn't hit, does it? Yeah, never mind. Not this one. Let's save these for the big punches. Right now, we can just have a little weak one. Just now realizing you can see my mouse. is indeed the Neurosama cursor, filled with many fun things, such as typing, typing Neurosama with the beetle on the top, and other such things. Anyways, anyway, yeah, let's do the preparation pose for the kick. Could probably be good. Drop lower down. Push it off to the side a little more. Offset by rotating a little. Make sure it's all balanced. Probably good. Maybe. Hell, why don't we just like make it subtle? Don't have to go too far. Rotations on them. Good on them, really. It's pretty critical that I move the fate. At least pretend to move them. I don't really work with kicks a lot, so might be a little dainty looking. See how it goes. It'd be good. Then the upper body needs to move with the get with the program. Not looking at the enemy at all. Really need to change the head. Yep, they are facing the right direction. Good. We might not be able to get to the second person today. It might just be one combo from one character. Good enough. Always revisit it another time, another stream. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Yep. Okay, I got all the necessary parts to move. Let's do the elbows really quickly. Okay, next frame. The actual kick. Explosive burn here. Full like 45 degrees right here. Should do it. See how that pans out. Oh, extend it. Whoops. Looking good. Maybe. Not that far up. Just a little far up. Because we do need to lean back a bit to counteract all that behind us. Looking good. Looking fresh. Maybe. Who knows how it actually looks in motion? This is just kind of just blocking things out or doing some free form animating. Oh, what if we just put this back? Put it back a tad. course, gotta make sure you're, again, looking at your target. And here's a fun thing. We can extend the arm for more balance. Give it a sense of weight. Firing, firing. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Ooh, the FPS is not looking good on this project. Right now, like maybe half the frames should be running. At least it looks like animation. It's like a kick. Looks like one. Yeah, tucking the chin really hard there. Um, Feels a bit silly, but I don't really know what to do about it. It's awfully close to the face. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe a more horizontal look. Maybe. Make sure to extend the arm a little bit more. Ah, ooh, maybe that. Remember, it needs to look balanced from both sides. So here, maybe. Here. I could see it going. to the right a little more. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Oh shoot, there's an ant. There's an ant on me. Oh, trying to. Oh, where'd it go? Oh god, not good. Whatever. If it's not me or my electronic devices, I think we're okay. We did it. We survived an ant. Let's go. Okay. Ooh, the head now looks off. See? Yeah. Z-axis. Something about this tells me that I might be able to move this back a bit. Move it back a bit. Again, be a bit gradual. How's that feel? We've got a few different sides just to make sure. Something about this doesn't seem quite right, but I think we'll just have to run with it. It just began in my head, who knows? No professional after all. I guess the question is, where do you go from here? A punch and a kick? About do another kick? We could. Yeah, why not? Same old deal. You know, same old deal. Lean forward for me. So that we can track the arm, get back into position for another kick. This time we're gonna do land here, move up, Big kick. Maybe from the side. Like that. Sounds good to me. Hmm. Who knows? Maybe they're just not a very experienced fighter. They don't look like a professional. Always a possibility. Oh boy. I love the way you look at me when you're staring at the screen. At 4 a.m., trying not to fall asleep. Mhm. What did I do today? Oh, really? Well, that's all I did. Eat the salad. Yeah, that's really it. Sounds to me. Just need to focus on what we're doing here. Something tells me they're falling over here. Like, no way you throw yourself, your upper torso, so far back and not fall over. This, okay. Okay, now it's starting to make a little more sense. I would like to relax the arms a bit, actually. Looks a little goofy. Whoops. Honestly, I don't think you drop your arm there. You just kind of follow through. Like so. Ooh, what do we do here? No idea. Let's just do this, I guess. Slowly return to the normal. And after we wind down, we are finally set up to land back on the floor. Something like this, maybe. How eager. Hmm. Ah, how tiring. True. It's only been 7 frames. Like maybe what? Hour 18? So tiring. What to do? What to do? Gotta save the project, of course. There we go. Progress is progress, no matter how slow. Do I want to continue doing this? I put on some music next time. Music. I mean, there's always the pre-stream, but something I gotta say is, I'm never truly a fan of the music. It kind of disrupts the chill vibes sometimes. And, I guess like chill music, chill vibes, th- they're pretty similar. It's just when I think chill, I mean really chill. Like, I really want to sit in the quietest room. Maybe there's the sound of rainfall, nature, cicadas, whatever you feel. And while you're in that little cozy space, you can put on a stream and listen to someone yap all about their voice. And if they're talking about something interesting, that's good too. That's a nice bonus. I'm just not really sure if I'm providing that. Something to do with the silences, but I guess it's kind of hard, kind of trying to make something out of nothing. That's what Let's Players do, I guess. Talk about their day, the game. Well, if it was a game, but now it's just animation commentary for me right now. Oh, what a shame. I wonder what it looks like in motion. Screw it. Let's just do random stuff now. Awesome. Certainly looks like something. That is a kick. One of the kicks of all time. Um, Interesting. Okay, maybe I am remembering why I haven't animated in a while. Probably because of how tiring it is. No, we all got our own things that we're doing during an animation, even like rigorous learning of the craft. It's just equally as tiring. It can be pretty exhausting for sure. But I think it was worth experimenting. Like, last stream it was a game, and pretty naturally I was able to talk about it. Probably because I'm always thinking in a game. That's what a lot of pro players do when they play their video games. I guess competitively. Say they die or something, they'll be like, "Oh, I should have blank," you know. And yeah, I've watched like a YouTube video on that. Like, oh, this is the pro player mindset or something like that. It was a while ago. Yeah, they make a good point. Like, they're not trying to be hard on themselves to kind of beat themselves up after every death. They're just like being aware. That's a pretty important part, really, just to learning something. Being able to make a mistake and then just course correct immediately after. That's why, like a video game, it's kind of many video games are like improvement central. Like, it's pretty easy to tell that you died and then come up with a reason, like maybe something to do better. You can respawn. Like, it's chill. Unlike a lot of real life skills where, I don't know, maybe an animation, say, pick up a bad habit. That's not as obvious. Like what I'm doing here, like working in steps, but only ever doing 3 stepped frames and doing kicks and punches. Maybe those are bad habits, and I am making a mistake. But it's less, it's less concrete. I'm not sitting here at a death screen because I'm doing this kind of stuff. In fact, I don't even know how like I would win. Of course, you would set it yourself goals on how to win an animation on if you're doing your goals. And I guess if thinking about that way, I'm actually doing pretty well. Just using animation for content, kind of chilling out, being able to sit down in the good old 2026 and relax a bit, be to myself. I think that's a good place to end it off. All right. Will I do another animation stream? That is something I'll have to decide in the future. But for now, just have a very nice day. See ya.